What's going on, guys? This is Nathan the Scrub Academy welcoming you to another deck profile here on the channel. Today I've got Dawson here with his amazing Dinosaur FTK, and we're gonna jump right on into it.
Okay, it's a Dinosaur deck. You play 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. It's one of the starters that gets you to the FTK. You also play 1 Giant Rex and 1 Miscellaneousaurus. Misc is necessary for the FTK. Giant Rex is just a generic good card in Dinosaurs, so you play it. 2 Archosaur, which is necessary for the combo, and then 2 Petite Pterodon and 3 Baby Ceratosaurus. You play all these along with the True King engine to play through a disruption on any of your cards. It's just another extender. For scraps, you play 3 Scrap Wyvern, 1 Chimera, and 1 Golem. All of them are necessary for the combo. And, well, only 1 Raptor. And then for extra dinos, you play 1 Pankratops, 2 Kaiju. It's necessary for the combo, and if you draw it, it is a Garnet. And then 1 Lithosagem for popping babies if you draw it. And then to round out the dinos, there's 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And to round out the monsters completely, 3 Ash Blossom, which is what I consider the best hand trap.
Were you able to pull off the FTK today in one of the videos or one of my videos?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's on there.
All right, cool. So if you guys want to see the FTK, make sure to check in the live duels that are going to be posted later on this week, so you can see how exactly to do that FTK.
For spells, there's 3 Fossil Dig, 2 Evolution Pill, and 3 Lost World. All of these are necessary for any dino deck, in my opinion. And then for more field spells, there's a Terraforming and Set Rotation, and then Diagram to destroy Baby Ceratosaurus, basically, and Black Garden, which is necessary for the FTK. And then for the last spells, there's a 1-for-1 to summon Archosaur and a Called by the Grave to play through any disruption.
So how many cards do you need to open or have in your hand to do the FTK?
So there's a couple different combinations of cards. Oviraptor plus Misc or any baby is enough for the FTK.
So you just need Soul Eating Oviraptor pretty much, and that.
You need this will search the one you don't have.
Okay.
Also Oviraptor plus Lost World or Oviraptor plus Fossil Dig. So this with any of these is an FTK. So about half your deck. Or Fossil Dig could search the Oviraptor if you have the other pieces.
So basically MVP right there for the Soul Eating. Okay.
Alternatively, you can open Lost World and exactly Scrap Raptor, and that's also enough to do the FTK.
Okay.
On the extra deck, there's 3 necessary synchros, which are Garden Rose, Maiden, Geomathmech Magma, and Phantasmal Lord Vishbalkan. Magma is only in here because it's the only level 8 synchro tuner that's generic that I know of that can be played, and you need it to use it in Dogron to summon Vishbalkan, which takes a level 8 tuner and a level 8 non-tuner to summon. And then 1 Cypherem Lord Omega, which is used if something goes wrong. You can still synchro for 8, use it to return the banished Miscellaneousaurus, and then rip a card out of your opponent's hand. So it's just a if something goes wrong card. For the XZ monsters, there's 1 number 33 Chronomaly Makumech.
Yeah, buddy.
And it burns for the difference between the original attack and current attack of a monster, so it targets Vishbalkan, which you give to your opponent, which has 8,000 attack usually if you do your combo right, because you have 4 monsters and they have 4. And then there's 1 Dugaris, which is in there you don't need it unless something goes wrong, but it can bring back a card from the graveyard, which might be the important combo piece depending on how you're interacting with your opponent. For generic other XZs, there's Baguska, Dolka, and Lagia, which are all just good rank 4s that you can make in Dinosaurs. Baguska is really good against some decks and really bad against others, so it's still... This card alone is also just like a free way to win games, so you need to play it. For the links necessary for the combo, Geonator Transverser is the one that gives your opponent the Vishbalkan. Scrap Wyvern is just necessary to get the Scrap engine. You need the Scrap Golem plus the Scrap Raptor plus the level 1 token that Vishbalkan summons to overlay to... I'll just show the combo at the end, actually, probably. And explain why those are all necessary. And then for round out, Cerberus is just a generic link too, but it's good because you can use it to pop the Lost World token and protect it with Lost World to get your combo if you have a really weird opening hand. Appaloosa is good if something goes wrong, you can just link your entire board into 4 negates. And Saryuya is for if you draw any of the bricks that are necessary to have in the deck, like Dogoron or Scrap Golem or Scrap Chimera. And additionally, if you're going first and get disrupted, you can summon this to try to dig for your sideboard cards that we'll go to now. So if you're going first, you put in the Anti-Spell Fragrance, and that's all you need to use as far as going first goes in the extra or side deck. But going second, there's Nibiru and Evenly Matched, as well as Mystic Mine, and 2 Twin Twisters and a Harpy Feather Duster. Let's get these up a bit. I never use these, but they're in theory very good in case you play Eldritch. If you're going first or second against a deck that combos, it's almost always worth it to put Nibiru in and take the Ash Blossoms out. And then Mystic Mine is just a really gross card that you can choose to go second your game 3. If you already FTK'd your opponent, they're probably taking out all their back row removal because you don't leave back row removal in against an FTK, so this can be a really cheesy free win after you already get a really gross free win with an FTK. And Evenly Matched is just the best sideboard card for going second.
So just how to make your opponent even more mad than they already are.
Yeah, you can FTK and then Evenly Match and then Mystic Mine, and it's just disgusting. And I'll do one quick demo of the combo if you want.
All right, so stay tuned. In 2 seconds, I'll go ahead and move my camera and we will set up for the FTK tutorial. All right, so now we're here. We've moved the camera back. We're gonna go ahead and jump into a little tutorial so you can see exactly how this FTK happens. So take it away.
Okay, so assuming a hand of Lost World and Oviraptor as the best starters, you'll go Lost World, Oviraptor, search, and give a token to the opponent. That will let you search Miscellaneousaurus, which you can then discard to protect dinos, which turns on Oviraptor's effect to attempt to destroy the token, but instead destroying, because of Lost World, a Baby Sarasaurus from the deck. Baby Sarasaurus then will activate and summon another Baby Sarasaurus. Then you can use your Miscellaneousaurus, banish, to summon a level 1 dinosaur from the deck, which will be Animador and Archosaur. It will activate to destroy the Baby Sarasaurus, to special summon, or to search a double evolution pill. Then Baby Sarasaurus can special summon a Scrap Raptor. And then you can link for 2 for the Scrap Wyvern. Depending on your hand, you might use Scrap Raptor's effect earlier if you have another baby, but in this specific instance you don't need to. You can use Scrap Wyvern to revive Scrap Raptor and then destroy Scrap Raptor, triggering both of their effects, getting you a Scrap Chimera searched off the Raptor since it was destroyed by a Scrap effect, and a Scrap Golem off the Wyvern, which then has to target and destroy a monster on the field, which will be the token. So this does leave you open to like Imperm or Veiler. But if you have another, like if you had a Fossil Dig, you could set it and pop it to leave the token. So presumably you have another card in your hand and you don't need to destroy the token to leave the protection up, but worst case scenario in this hand, this is what you do. Then you can use your normal summon off the additional normal summon of Scrap Raptor, revive the Scrap Raptor, link for 2 for Geonator Transverser, Synchro for 8 for Geomathmech Magma, and use double evolution pill, banishing any dino and non-dino from the graveyard. Usually Chimera and Archosaur is what I choose, but it doesn't really matter. You summon the level 8 Kaiju, and then you can synchro or special summon Bishbalkin using a tuner and a non-tuner. And this is what you need to aim for the combo. Everything before that varies quite a bit, but you need to have Transverser pointing to Bishbalkin along with Scrap Golem that has not used its effect. And there's many, many ways to get to it, but this is the point you need to get to. Then you use Bishbalkin's effect, which will give you and your opponent as many tokens as possible. So you need to make sure to give 1 to your opponent in the zone that Geonator Transverser points to, and then you summon the rest just anywhere that you have the room. Then you will link summon for Link Karibo. Nope, I forget, you have to switch the Bishbalkin first. That's Geonator Transverser's effect. Then you summon the Link Karibo, because you need to free up your own zones so that you can use Scrap Golem's revive effect to bring back the Scrap Raptor, and then Synchro for 5 again for the Garden Rose Maiden, which will search a black garden from your deck. And this isn't entirely necessary all the time unless you don't have another extender, because Lost World, if you have it on the field, will decrease Bishbalkin's attack by enough that you can't FTK, so you have to search the black garden to just get rid of that. Then you will overlay those 2 For the Chronomaly, Black Guardian will activate, halving its attack, giving your opponent another token, and then Chronomaly's effect will activate Detach target and burn for the 8,000 damage, as there's 8 monsters on the field, and his attack difference is 8,000. So that's the FTK.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the little tutorial right there for the Dinosaur FTK. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on the way out the door. Make sure to keep answering those questions of the day so you can be entered into our giveaways. We're doing those every single month. Depending on if we hit milestones with the subscriber count, we may be doubling or tripling the amount of giveaways that we do. That's all I've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nate from the Musicom Academy, signing up for now. Peace out.